Hey guys, before this gets started, just notice all our fantasy team. Pause if you need to check them all out. These are going to be the teams that we're going over in the video. We're going to be rating them from a C- to an A to an A+. And we're going to see what happens. And we're also going to, before this starts, me and Blair are going to be talking about just NFL news because there's actually been some crazy stuff that's been happening. Hope you guys enjoy this episode of Giggles Cast. And it's a special edition one, so maybe more of these weekly? Who knows? And what's guys, let's hear back in our video. Giggles Cast episode 5. This is a special edition pod with Blair.
Hello.
Okay, we're gonna get right into this one with. We have 3 topics for the NFL right now. AJ Boye suspension. What team is he even on right now? I totally forgot.
Broncos, I think.
Okay, well there goes the Broncos season out the window. Like
their season was out the window when their practice squad receiver started at quarterback.
Yeah, before we get into that one.
Yeah, Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos are done. That guy's got something in the Hall of Fame, so, I mean, he's better than everyone else, so. His wristband's in the Hall of Fame, dude. Like, that's GOAT status right there.
Very.
And we have Carson Wentz getting benched for Jalen Hurts, which should have happened. We all know that should have happened, like, 2 weeks ago. But honestly, better late than never.
Yeah, I think they should have benched him way early on, but I don't know. I feel like there was a little bit because they still kind of had. I don't know if it was a little bit of just like
hope,
not wanting to like give it. It's when you bench your starter, it's kind of a sign of giving up on the season in a way.
Yeah.
Like we have no shot, so let's see what someone else can do. So like when they had a shot at winning the division still. To bench their starter would kind of be stupid because it's kind of like, oh, we're kind of giving up. Like, this isn't our year. Let's see what our rookies can do, you know?
Yeah, it was kind of like what everyone was thinking about when Tua got plugged into the starting lineup over Fitz.
But sure enough, it's kind of odd, though. When he got plugged in, when he got put in, they were like 6-3, I think, though.
Yeah, they were insane. It
was weird because when they put him in, they were like 5-3 or whatever, or 6-3, and they were actually in contention, and then they put him in, and it seemed like they might actually start. I think they will make playoffs. I mean, they really have to choke their next
4 games, yeah,
playoffs. And I don't know exactly what their next 4 games are, but I know one of them gets the Bills. So that's probably a loss. But then other than that, they got to find a way to win at least their next 3.
Yeah,
which is possible.
Yeah, I can see them honestly beating the Bills.
The Dolphins, real?
I mean, it's not a high chance, but you can obviously see it.
Well, yeah, I mean, they almost beat the Bills last time. They only lost by 3 against them.
That's
and that was when they were kind of rebuilding, and then now they're complete. Oh, they have the Chiefs this week, that's it.
Oh, well, yep.
So their schedule was actually pretty tough, because I think they have the Chiefs and the Bills that finish out. So those are probably realistically, 2 losses.
Yeah.
So that's 8 and 6, and then you gotta find a way to win at least your next 2.
Yeah, you have to win those 2 to get over 10 wins and make a playoff push. And the last thing, I saw this on First Take, so I'm taking it from Stephen A. Smith, the GOAT. Should Dak get paid? I don't think you give him the money that he was looking for. I think you give him a $100 million extension.
Give him the money.
Give him the money. He is an amazing QB in this league. I can say top 5 QB when he's healthy. He's one of the most complete QBs that is at his age. And he has somewhat of potential to be, is this crazy for me to say, like maybe an MVP one day?
It's possible. And another thing too with him and him being getting paid all the money is, I know he got injured this season, but before this season's injury, he didn't miss a start in his entire career.
Exactly.
So with that being said, like he's gonna play games for you. Like you're not gonna pay him a ton of money, him play 4 games and then miss the rest of the season, and then next year play 5 games, miss. Before this injury, he played every single game of his career. He started in every single game of his career. So, obviously with, that's big. I think you give him the money, give him whatever money he wants because he deserves it. This is a team that, without him, is 1-6. And ever since he went down, this is a team it's just a team that is just horrendous.
Yeah.
This Cowboys team is horrendous. They're 3-9 now. They're done. So, now that, you got to give him the money because it just even goes to show you how good he is. Because once he left, he stinks now.
Like I can say the same thing for Deshaun Watson. I loved him coming out of college. I thought he was going to be amazing. When they gave him I thought they should have given that extension. Basically, like the second they did, I 100% agreed with it. Was it a little much for at the moment? Yeah, because he wasn't a top 10. He wasn't a top 5 QB yet, and he hadn't paid like one. He's a top 4 QB now. I don't really see the risk of giving Dak $100 million when you were planning on giving him $150.
Yeah, I don't think it's there's not a risk there. You got to give him the money, especially how this season has panned out. You got to give him the money, and he's got a good receiving core around him. He's got Gallup, Lamb, and Cooper, so it's already set, and he's just coming right back. You cannot let him go. If you let him go, then who's your quarterback? Do you draft one and start over? No.
Ben DiNucci.
Dak is still so young. Like, there's no need to get rid of him, pick up someone else, and start over. You already have a solid quarterback there. Let him get another chance there, and let him have another good season. And McCarthy too. Don't get rid of him yet. I wouldn't say get rid of him yet. I don't think he's a one and done. Give him one more year and see what he does.
Yeah, because he did look kind of.
He's working with a ton of injuries, and the defense isn't his fault. He's an offensive-minded coach. The defense isn't his fault.
Yes.
Get rid of their defensive coordinator. The defense is not his fault. That's the defensive coordinator's fault. McCarthy's an offensive-minded coach.
Yeah.
So you can't blame the defense on him. And you try to be a head coach when you're working with all these injuries.
Exactly.
You try to be a coach when you're more than likely. You're trying to be a head coach when your quarterback was probably top 10, top 5 in the league who's down like that, you know?
Like, he was working with Ben freaking DiNucci.
Yeah, like that's...
Like,
yeah.
what the hell is he supposed to do?
It's horrendous. And it really is. Like, you can't do anything about that. Like, you really can't. When you're working with DiNucci and Dalton and stuff like that, it's just... And then Garrett Gilbert, I think.
Yeah, Garrett Gilbert for a week, like, DiNucci for a week.
Horrendous.
Like, Andy Dalton's a competent coach. Yeah, give him another year. If the same thing happens, like, I get they were, 2-5 in the beginning of the year with him.
Well, wait, they were 2-3 with,
Yeah, that's what I meant, 2-3, 2-3.
They were 2-3 with Dak, but that was not on...
Yeah, the defense is letting up 50 points.
Yeah, the defense, the top 2 rushing games this season were both led up by the defense. The Browns had 303 yards rushing against the Cowboys, and then just yesterday, the Ravens had 294 against the Cowboys. That's how bad the Cowboys defense is. Those 3 losses when Dak was playing were not on Dak.
Yeah, exactly.
Those were on the defense. Dak had an insane game. The one game threw for 500 yards. That's not on Dak. That's the defense.
Yeah. Honestly, I think we've covered everything for the NFL side of this. Let's get into the most lit part of the basketball season before it all starts, your basketball draft. And I showed you guys all the way in the beginning. Go, literally back to, the first, 30 seconds of this video. And if you want to see all our rosters, because I put them in there. But, I think we're just gonna go over every team and give them a grade out of 10. Or out of 8+ or something like that. I don't know.
Wait, go through each team's league. Okay,
Yeah, give us a second to pull it up.
Yep.
So Baker got the first pick, JR got the second pick, DePace got the third pick, Blair got the fourth pick, Cetas got the fifth pick, and I sadly got the last pick in the draft, which hurt my feelings a lot.
But you got the snake though.
Yeah, I did get the snake, so that's the good thing.
Back to back. Which, yeah, that's the advantage because you technically have back-to-back first-round picks in a way.
Yeah, kind of.
So, each one has its advantage and disadvantage. You get the first pick, but then you don't pick again until, 7 picks.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
So, there's an advantage and a different, or 5. See, there's an advantage, or 7, about it. There's an advantage and a disadvantage to getting the first pick, and there's also an advantage and a disadvantage to getting the last pick. In a way, I feel like the first and the last pick are the same because you both at one point get snake picks.
Exactly, yeah.
I personally like the 3 or the 4 pick because you get a pick, you get a bounce pick each round. You don't have to wait too long. It's 4 picks in between each time, you know?
Yeah, you don't have to wait for long. Yeah, because I was putting guys that I wanted.
I know I stole a couple.
Yeah, you stole a couple. I'm like...
Yeah.
I was so pissed.
Yeah. So what rosters are we gonna go? We're gonna go through just ours or the whole league?
Everyone's, and we're gonna give them a grade. Who do you want to start? Let's just go in draft order.
Oh, Are we gonna go what?
Let's just go in draft order from Baker to me.
Okay, so starting off with Ryan.
So give us a second to pull it up.
I got it.
Okay, I got Baker's up. So Baker has Luka Doncic, James Harden, Brandon Ingram, Zion, Cat, Jamal Adams, Montrezl Harrell, Vucevic, Jamal, dang it, Jamal Murray. I'm so close to being perfect. Jamal Murray, Nikola Vucevic, Zach LaVine, CJ McCollum, and then on his bench, Danilo Gallinari, Andrew Wiggins, and Hassan Whiteside.
So, I think everyone's team has their strengths and weaknesses. That's why I feel like if you find me saying that everyone's team's like a B, don't be surprised because I feel like it's tough to tell until the season really starts. But if I'm just going off with just straight up just looking, like let's just say in terms of names, he's got some of the bigger names on his team.
Yes.
Karl Anthony Towns, Zion, B.I.,
James Harden.
Levine's a pretty big name.
Levine's big.
Yeah, I think with him, Wiggins, I think one of the things with him, I think, is, I think the Harden pick is probably his most questionable and risky pick.
That is true.
And I think that's why Harden fell 2 to 3 rounds, because you just don't know what's going to happen with Harden. He hasn't even shown up to training camp yet.
Yeah, it's a big risk with him, but it's a high reward, because if he stays in Houston, you know he's going to get you 30 points a night. Like, that's just how good he is. He's
gonna be good, but the thing is he hasn't even shown up to training camp. So if he stays in Houston, I don't know if he plays opening night.
Yeah, I don't know if he does.
Because if he hasn't even shown up to training camp, we're almost a week and a half, 2 weeks away from the season starting.
Yeah.
Him not even showing up to training camp, he's got a new teammate in John Wall. He's got to get chemistry with him.
Yeah, and Boogie, Christian Wood, like that entire team's revamped.
Yeah, like he's gotta. Yeah, I think out of all the picks for Ryan, the James Harden pick is the riskiest because, and if he goes to the Sixers, you know his points are gonna drop because he's working with 2 other guys.
Well, I was also I watch a lot of First Take because I think that they actually bring up a lot of good opinions and stuff like that. And Max Kellerman said if James Harden does go to Philly, it actually won't. His points in production will drop, but his efficiency and playmaking will go up. Because, yes, he dribbles way too much. Because that was the D'Antoni system. He wanted him to. Rivers is not going to allow that crap. He's going to make him feed it. And he actually might look like a superstar for once.
That's why I feel like the Paul George that's why I feel like PG-13s and Kawhi's rules, that's why their points and stuff kind of dropped a little bit because neither of them were ball hogs. Doc Rivers made them both share the ball.
Yeah.
You know? Neither of them were putting up 30 a night. They were both... There was also times where Paul George just straight up couldn't make a shot, but like you know what I'm saying. Like their points haven't dropped, but that's also because they wanted to pass and share the ball. It wasn't. There's other guys on the team besides that.
That is true.
You know they don't. Doc Rivers I find doesn't really like shellfish players. He likes guys who share the ball.
Yeah.
He likes guys who are going to assist. He likes guys who are going to risk their bodies to get a rebound and stuff. He doesn't like guys who are just going to sit behind the 3-point line and chuck up threes the whole game.
Yeah, I don't think he likes that stuff either.
Yeah.
I think the other kind of risky pick that he has, or two, I think his big men. I honestly think most people's big men are kind of risky.
I think definitely for our league, I don't think anyone's big man is
amazing. Yeah, no one's.
I think if I had to choose a weakness on each team, it would probably be their big man.
Or like, because you got Anthony Davis and your centers just aren't the best.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that. We'll get into that one.
Yeah.
Cat has injury concerns over the years.
That's the problem. When I saw him make that pick, Karl Anthony Towns has injuries a ton. When he's healthy, he's very good, but when he's not healthy, he could miss anywhere from 20 games a season at times.
Yeah.
When he's healthy, and that's not going to help you in fantasy.
And I don't love the Montrezl Harrell pick because now he's a backup center. Like he's a backup center who his production's going to have to drop naturally.
Who's the starter over there? Oh yeah, AD.
Blackbox. Yeah. Well, we don't know exactly what it is, but I just know Montrezl Harrell will probably be coming off the bench.
Yeah, so unless he comes off the bench and puts a big efficiency for him to be starting is a little interesting. I don't really know too much about Montrezl Harrell. Like, I don't know so much about him. Like, I know about him, but I'm not crazy until I know how to draft him and stuff and really judge off of it. I don't want to say this was a risky pick, but this is a pick that I was just kind of interested in as this Zion pick, because I want to see if Zion's healthy.
Yeah.
Last year he wasn't healthy. Is he going to stay healthy this year, or is he going to get injured again and be injured?
I mean, we know when he's healthy, this guy has got potential through the roof.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, can he stay healthy?
Yeah, that's the big question. And then, Daniel Gallinari pick, that's just, he's a bench player, he's a late round pick, but I don't know if that's his strength. The strength of his team, without a doubt, I think the Luka pick was good. I think the BI pick was good, because BI's going to stay healthy.
Yeah. I love Jamal.
This told us he's staying healthy.
Jamal Murray was a good pick.
Jamal Murray pick was good. I think the Karl-Anthony Towns pick was good outside of his injuries. The Zach LaVine, for him getting a late round like that, I thought was good. McCall was good.
Yeah, Zach LaVine's a bucket.
The Wiggins and Whiteside picks are pretty good. I want to see what Wiggins does there, now that Curry's there, because Wiggins last season mainly played by himself. I want to see if his role maybe drops a little bit with Curry.
Yeah, that's true.
Now Curry, and without Clay, too, I feel like it's going to be more relied in a way on Curry. But you could also look at it two sides as Wiggins is going to be like the Clay.
Yeah.
He's going to be that next guy. So
yeah, that's why
I can feel like he'll go either way. It can either be his production drops or his production rises, however Curry uses him.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only pick that, besides the guys that we've already mentioned, that's risky is the Zach LaVine. The guy is a walking bucket, but I had him last year for the portion of the season. And he had nights where he couldn't score to save his life. Like, he's so inconsistent.
Yeah, I feel like he's big. He'll put up big numbers one night, but then the next day he looks like he shouldn't be in the NBA.
Like, dude, he still could do that. Like, he hit, 12 threes in a game?
Mm-hmm.
That was insane.
I feel like, in a way, though, that team's shifting more to the young guys. Kobe White and them.
Zach LaVine still, I think, is pretty young. He's 26, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's still pretty young, but, talking about, really young guys,
yeah.
I feel like in a way LaVine could very well be traded soon,
Yeah, I can see that. I can
see LaVine going somewhere else, and then the Bulls really having Kobe White and then being the face of the franchise.
Yeah.
Or at least hoping that that's going to be the case.
Yeah. So overall, I'm going to give Baker, on the drafting side, and his team right now, a B+.
Yeah, I'll give him a B+.
Okay, so let's go. JR's next, who he's actually going against. That's pretty funny.
Let's get okay, here we go.
I didn't really look at his team. I just kind of saw the players that he picked at the top. He's actually got a really surprisingly good team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not great, but it's good.
He's got skill. I feel like at times he drafted guys too early.
Drew Holiday drafted way too early.
Paul George, I think, even.
John Wall, definitely.
I think D'Angelo Russell was a little early.
I don't even know if John Wall should have been picked, honestly.
I don't think Gordon Hayward should have been picked.
Maybe.
And I don't
maybe a little later.
Picked.
So, I think the Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris trio, that's insane how we got all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's amazing, personally.
Yeah. See, I have one of those with the Raptors, but the one downfall is when all those are on off nights.
Yeah, it's bad.
When they're off, literally not playing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Use your 3 bench players then. That's why I might actually look to getting rid of one of my Raptors players.
I mean, you gotta keep them for a week and just see what happens.
No, I'm gonna keep them, but I'm saying, if it's not working out and I find my bench players aren't producing, I'm gonna have to look to get rid of one of them because I'm not gonna be able to win that way.
I feel like I definitely agree with that.
The trios, though. The trios are helpful because those are your 3 main guys in that starting 5. So at least one of them every night's gonna have at least a very good game.
Yeah,
and
you gotta think of it like that.
Off night as a team, still one of them's gonna be good.
One of them could be decent. I think if he could trade Paul George for Chris Middleton, just flip those picks, that'd be amazing. I mean, he got Chris.
I think if I had to trade one guy in his team right now, it would be to get rid of Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
I don't like that pick. I mean, like I said, he could pick him all he wants. I thought he did pretty well for being that this was his first draft.
Ever, yeah.
I thought he did definitely well. I thought his first pick with Giannis was very good. I think the Embiid pick was the right move. Tobias Harris had a good year for me last year. In our fantasy league last year, I think he'll repeat that, and I think Steven Adams pick I guess was pretty good too, but I especially like the CP3 pick.
Yes.
Because I'm not even so much he's going to be scoring a ton. I also think he's going to be assisting D-Book a lot.
Can we just first of all just round of applause for JR in his first ever draft?
Yeah, I thought he did well for his first.
Clap it up! Clap it up! Clap it up! Hey, that was so dumb. D'Angelo Russell, I also like that pick.
Yeah, D'Lo, I like the pick. I just thought it was a little early, but I do like the pick. If you could have got him a round or two later, which I don't know if he would have been there. I know I wasn't really targeting D'Lo.
Same.
But if you could have got him a round or two later, that would have been even better. But still, he's still getting a solid player, and I think now with Edwards and Cat being there, I think he'll have another, because he's manning that team. He's going to be the guard. He's going to be the guy taking the ball up. He's going to be the guy getting the assists and stuff. So I think that's a good pick. Just out of this whole thing, I think the three most questionable moves would be Hayward, Wall, and Green.
Yeah, just for
I think Hayward most questionable out of all of them, just because Hayward's that's how he is. I don't know. I think he's overpaid. I don't know. He hasn't had that great of seasons past couple seasons, and he's been injured a ton.
Yeah, since that All-Star season, really hasn't done much.
And it wasn't a great pick, but he took him late. It wasn't like he took him second round. He took him later in the draft. So if that pick doesn't work out, it's not like he wasted his second pick in the draft on it. You know?
That's true. Yeah.
He took him late, which was smart. So overall, or if you have anything else to say,
that you covered all of it. I'm gonna give him a B-, honestly.
Yeah, I'll give him a B as well. I like his team a lot. I'll give him a little higher than a B-. I just like his team. I think just the Gordon Hayward pick to me, that's just the one eyesore on the team, I feel like. But hey, to prove me wrong, Gordon Hayward go off this season. But I think that's the one problem. But I do overall give it a B.
So we have Depache now. So DePace, this is also his first ever draft, so he didn't really know what the heck he was doing. He kind of listened to whatever I was doing, whatever I told him to do. I told him if LeBron's there, take him. So he kind of did that.
The LeBron pick was good. Other than that,
I mean, Ja, I think will have a pretty good year this year. Shea, he's the only guy there.
Better guards on the market.
Yeah.
I think Gilgeous Alexander he took way too early.
Definitely took those guards early, but he didn't need them.
I think he took second.
Yeah.
Can we just agree that his bench is
okay, his bench is LaMelo Ball, Lonzo Ball, and Obi Toppin. I want Obi, but dude, come on.
I wouldn't have took Obi. I wasn't even thinking about Obi. Nothing on my radar screen. If anything, Lonzo would have been.
Yeah, Lonzo I might have taken, honestly. Like, he literally said he was going to take LiAngelo if he was there. Like, that just summarizes his draft.
I just want to say his bench, can we give it like
a 0? A G? But let's go over the rest of his team. He has John Morant, Shea, LeBron, Tatum, DeAndre Ayton, De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, Kelly Oubre, Tyler Hero, and Clint. I mean, definitely took Tyler Hero a little earlier than I thought.
Yeah, I like Hero. I think he's a very good player, but it was early.
Kelly Oubre was also...
I thought he took Tatum at a perfect time.
Yeah, Tatum, that was an amazing pick.
The Ayton pick...
I like Ayton.
I guess I would say I like the Ayton pick, although he has had some off-the-field issues, which I'm not saying he's going to have more of that, but he has had some off-the-court issues, but
that's why
one time.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Chris Paul is also going to help with. Like, we've seen, DeAndre Jordan went from a nobody center to an All-NBA center with Chris Paul on his roster. Like, that's just the Chris Paul effect.
Yeah, so I think that will be good. De'Aaron Fox, I thought that was a good pick. I did think he took a little early. I think overall we kind of agree. His guards, I think he took early.
His guards he took early?
Which could have definitely been his draft strategy, but I do think he jumped on a lot of guards very early, which
it's the pace. Wait, Blair. It's the pace. He has no strategy. He went into that and saw Tyler Hero and took him.
One thing I realized is he only has one main small forward.
Oh, yeah.
Tatum can still play small forward, but he's mainly a power forward. Other than that, his one main small forward is LeBron. So
Yeah, he's
picks him off of waivers or something, but he's got to get more small. He's got to get more main small forward.
yeah.
I do think that not a good strategy. I do think he jumped on guards early.
Definitely did. Because
I think his first 4 of his first 5 picks were guards. I think he took Fox. He took Ja. I know he took Alexander after LeBron. Then I think he took Ja. Then I think he took Fox. Then he might have took Tatum. No, he took Tatum and then Fox. I don't know, but
whatever.
He jumped on guards early.
Yes, which is actually not a bad strategy, but it's also a little early strategy. Overall, I actually really, really like this team. At least the top guys. His bench, we don't talk.
I don't know. I just feel like the Gilgeous Alexander pick. I feel like that's just his trait. Lillard was still out there and stuff. I definitely capitalized on something like that. Not saying Alexander isn't good, but I don't know if he's second pick good. Or second round pick.
Yeah, second round pick. Yeah. So honestly, overall, I'm going to have to personally give this a B minus, a C plus B minus.
I would give him a C plus, yeah.
Yeah, just because of the bench brings it down for me. I get he was joking around, but
bench, I would definitely give him a B. I think he was memeing the bench.
He was dude. He got to the last 3 picks and he was screw life.
Bench.
So Blair, did you have the 4th pick or did? Yeah, you had the 4th pick.
Yeah, I had the 4th pick actually.
Okay, so let's go over to you and let's
I could rig off my team, yeah.
Yeah.
So my team, I have. Let me get to it. Okay, here we go. My team, I have Trae Young, Bradley Beal, Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, Jonas Valanciunas, Kyrie Irving, Pascal Siakam, Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, Marcus Aldridge, Yusuf Nurkic, Jeremiah Grant, and Victor Oladipo. So I will be the first one to say my center position is definitely the weakness of my team.
Yes.
And I will admit, my center position is definitely the weakness of my team. It's not horrendous, but it's definitely not that good.
Yeah.
Valanciunas and Nurkic, my whole mindset was he shot 58% last year, and we're in a league where if you
miss a shot,
if you miss your shot, it's -1. So that's why my bench, you might actually see not the biggest names. Jeremiah Grant's probably not the biggest name, but he shot 48% last season, which was really, really good. So I'm hoping that those guys continue to have production. So that's why I took Valanciunas and Jeremiah Grant. And then my core 5, my guys that I think are going to produce the best is Trae Young, Bradley Beal, Butler, Davis, and Pascal Siakam.
Okay.
Those are the 5 guys. Those are my 5 favorite players on my team. And then Kyrie would be an honorable mention.
Yes. Your team got a lot of players. I'm going to make one comment on your bench. Why'd you take Victor Oladipo? I just want to know.
He's coming off of an injury. I know he's coming off an injury, but I just feel like he's still. I know TJ Warren, some people say Warren is taking over that team, and I think is Sabonis still there, I think?
Sabonis is still there. He's the all-star.
I know people saying he's taking over the team, but I don't know. He fell to me late. I took him with my second to last pick. So I feel like if it doesn't work out for me, it's not like
it's not a wasted pick. I just wanted to know.
I took him so late, and I still feel like he's a solid player in the league. Right
he
now,
is, yeah.
I feel like he could put up good numbers. He's Victor Oladipo. Just a couple seasons ago, we were talking. There was actually. I remember watching one of the Pacers game where they were chanting MVP for him. Just a couple years, 2 years ago, everyone was talking about him. He was the talk of the league, and I feel like it's not that long ago. I still feel like in a way, and I know this might sound crazy, in a way, I feel like this pick's the Todd Gurley pick in fantasy football.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a pick that no one saw coming, but I feel like I feel like this is a pick that no one saw coming, but I feel like he'll give me a decent amount of production. Now, is he going to start every single day? No, he'll probably sit my bench unless if he starts to really produce.
Yeah.
But I think this pick is kind of like the Gurley pick. He's not going to put up insane numbers, but he's going to put up numbers that could definitely get me wins. So that's why I took Oladipo, and I still feel like he's got it in him.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know your mindset on that one.
Mainly, it was just second to last pick. Gonna take him. Pretty good shooter. He's coming off an injury, I know, but he's surrounded by good players. Still feel like he's got some gas left in the tank to be pretty solid. I'm not expecting him to put up 35 a night for me. If he puts up 20, 25, I'll be perfectly okay with that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go from your top down. Trae Young, that might be the best pick. I'm going to put it out there. That might be the best pick of the draft.
Okay. Yeah, I love this Trae Young pick. I thought you were actually going to
I was going to take him with my second round pick, but I was like, that's way too
early.
My
whole plan it was either Trae or Lillard. Lillard did not fall to me, or Trae fell to me, so I took Trae. It was between Trae or Lillard. If Lillard wasn't there, then I would take Trae. If they were both there, I was going to take Trae. So sure enough, they were both there, so I took Trae.
I took Donovan Mitchell over Bradley Beal, and now that I think about it, I should have went Beal for that duo, but whatever.
I think Beal could go either way. It could either be a good year for him or it could be a decline because he's now got a true teammate.
No, it will be I'm gonna say this. It will be a decline. If you do take him, don't expect 30 points per game. Expect more like 23, 24 points per game.
I think he'll get a little more than that, but I think he'll still be good. But his shooting percentage too is pretty good. I mean, he attempts about 20 a game. He attempts about 21 a game.
Okay, we back. Sorry about that.
Alright, he attempts about 20 a game, or not 20. He attempts about 21 a game and makes 10. So that's technically almost 50%.
Yeah, basically 50%.
Yeah, so I like that because, like I said, a miss hurts you.
Yes, a miss. Your team is definitely a bunch of players that you can't see. You can see them having off nights, but they're also not going to shoot inefficiently on their off nights.
Yeah.
Besides Kyrie, that's the oddball.
I'm full of the biggest names, but I took the guys that are the solid shooters.
I think the only oddball on your team is Kyrie. I like the pick, but for our league, it's just going to be so hard because he shoots 40% about.
Yeah, which is 40%.
Yeah, no, it's good, but
35% is insane. I mean, 35% is not insane, but if you could shoot 35% for your career, that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
The reason I took Kyrie is because he says he's fully healthy again, and KD wasn't on the table anymore. I will talk about Colin. He actually took KD pretty early, but
yeah, that's crazy.
Kyrie was a later round pick. I was kind of just like, you know what, give me another guard. I think he'll have a decent year. I think he'll have another solid year. I'm hoping he has another solid year, being that I'm a Nets fan. So I'm hoping that he has a solid year. So that's why I took him.
Blair. Also, one more thing before we go on to CTES. You only have one backup small forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can play. Like I said, I can always put someone at utility, or even I could always play. I do. But I mean, Jimmy Butler, I could always play him at guard too. So
yeah, that's true.
Because Jimmy, not his preferred position is small forward, but if you could put him at guard, it's fine. Although Beal's probably my set guard, unless if he really struggles, Beal's probably the set guard.
Yeah, I like your team overall. This might be my first B+ of the video. A-, B+, A-.
Yeah. Thanks.
The only reason I'm going to say it's not an A- guaranteed is I don't love the Jeremy Grant pick, but I do understand why you picked him, so that's why I lowered it down a little bit. So now we have CTES, Jesus.
Wait, so A-?
A-, B+, yeah.
Alright, so
what do you give yourself for the draft?
I don't know. I don't like to score myself too high, so I guess somewhere around that, I guess.
Okay.
I personally like my team outside of the centers, I guess, so somewhere around that.
Okay, now we have CTES, which I don't know what cocaine he was on in the last few rounds of the draft. Everything from Chris Middleton to Damian. No. We'll get to the bench later. So he has Damian Lillard, Devin Booker, KD, Bam, Drummond, DeMar, Chris Middleton, Mitchell Robinson, Malcolm Brogdon, Robert Covington, DeLon Wright, Julius Randle, and Frank Ntilikina.
Never even heard of DeLon Wright.
Dude, he's like a backup shooting guard or something stupid like that.
Okay, I will first tell you this. If I was him, I personally would have took. Actually, never mind, no, because Trae wasn't there for him. But these are the picks I like. I like the Damian Lillard pick.
Yes.
I think that's a good pick. I think he picked it in a good time. The Devin Booker pick
was a round early. Early. Booker was a round early.
Yeah, I would say 2 rounds.
No, because you have to remember who's in our league. He would have been picked around later.
Yeah, I would definitely say the Devin Booker pick's a good pick, but definitely early.
KD, I very early off an Achilles injury,
Yeah, he took KD early. I mean, if he took KD had to go to the 5th round, right?
Yeah, I mean, let me see, one sec.
I can actually check.
Yeah, same.
Well, whenever this,
when was he taken? I actually don't know.
If you put it up, if you look it up, it usually says, if he was the 60th pick or whatever.
Let's
see.
Oh, drafted 8th.
He was drafted 8th?
Dude, that's 2nd round.
I thought he took Lillard 8th.
No, I think he took Lillard in the 1st round.
No, I thought he took...
No, I think he took Lillard,
Oh, yeah, he took Lillard 5th, okay.
Yeah, dude, okay.
I got mixed up. I thought he took Lillard 1st and Booker 2nd. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, what the Fernando?
Jeez, he took KD 2nd round?
Dude, that's way
I thought he took him, 4th round, which is still early.
Yeah, dude, no. 3rd round,
KD,
Jesus.
And I'll say this, KD coming off an Achilles injury, I think he'll have a good season. But to pick him in the 2nd round is a big risk.
Yeah.
High risk and high reward, but definitely high risk.
I was definitely targeting him. I was going to try to... If he would have fell to me, I would have taken him.
I was very cautious. I feel like...
I mean, yeah, you also have to remember what my pick was. I was, the last pick in the draft.
Yeah, I didn't want to take any risks. That's why I didn't even touch Westbrook or Harden.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to take risks.
I get that. He has Bam, which that pick's amazing.
That pick, if I had to say, that's probably the best pick.
That's probably the most reasonable, great pick. Drummond, he's going to get you 15 and 15 basically every night. DeMar, a bucket.
I don't know. The Chris Middleton pick is alright.
Chris Middleton, I do like that pick, but it's he took him a little early. Okay, and this is where everyone get ready for the...
I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like DeMar DeRozan's falling off a little bit.
He is falling off, but he's not...
He still is going to be productive, but nothing like he was 2-3 years ago. I feel like that entire Spurs team is falling off. just...
in general.
You know how they have that big playoff streak going?
Yeah, and then they lost it.
I feel like they're just, that whole Spurs team, it's going to get split up soon. They're going to go through a rebuild soon.
Yeah, sadly, for Spurs fans, they're going through a rebuild. And then, okay, everyone, I just want to say this.
22 seasons.
Yeah. Everyone get ready for the cocaine zone. This is what I'm calling this segment of Collins Team.
Mitchell Robinson pick is the one good Knicks pick last night.
That was an amazing pick.
Mitchell Robinson's actually, I wouldn't say it's amazing. Got him in yet. I was actually targeting Mitchell Robinson, and I went with Nurkic, I think.
Yeah, I was targeting Mitchell.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I targeted Mitchell.
Yeah, I had Mitchell Robinson on my watch list the entire night.
See, the problem with Mitchell Robinson, he's only plays 26 minutes.
I think he'll be a starter this year.
He wasn't starting last year?
No, he's been a bench center his entire career, or 6th man.
Wait.
Dude, we had Taj Gibson starting at center. That's the Knicks franchise, okay? Shut up. Don't make it...
Taj Gibson was starting at center?
Yeah, dude, I literally tuned into the first game, and I'm like, wait, what?
They're lucky fan base.
Please kill me. Okay, so Malcolm Brogdon is a good pick, but now he's got 3 people that are better scorers than him. Clearly.
Yeah, I like the Robert Covington risky.
Robert Covington's I don't know anymore about him.
I think the Malcolm Brogdon pick was pretty good. I don't like the Covington pick.
Yeah.
With a new team, I just don't know. He's got Lillard and McCollum in front of him there. I just don't know.
Yeah.
And he's got 4 solid players or 3 solid players. I don't know. I feel like Covington might be the lone man out on that team. And I feel like his minutes are gonna drop.
Yeah, Melo's also got the... Dude, Braden Melo's back. He's goated with braids. You can't stop Braden Melo.
Yeah. I don't know, that Covington pick. If Covington was still on the Rockets, I could see, okay. Especially that Westbrook trade, but that was the case.
Yeah, so, everyone get ready. This is the cocaine zone of Collins' team.
His one bench pick I love. I love Frank Young.
Okay, Blair. We will get to Frankie Goat. We'll get to Frankie Goated later. DeLon Wright is in Detroit. He's a backup shooting guard on the Detroit Pistons. Take that into accountability. The Detroit Pistons backup shooting guard.
You know what I just realized? No one took Blake Griffin.
Yeah, because he's injured. and stuff. And
Is he gonna be?
And not even like. Is he what?
Is he gonna be in this season at all?
I have no clue, dude. Who even knows with him?
I'm just he's sitting here thinking, talking about Pistons.
Oh my god, the fucking Pistons. And then he goes with 2 more Knicks players. He goes with 2 more Knicks players. Neither of them named RJ Barrett, by the way. Mr. Spin Cycle Julius Randle.
I don't like that.
That is the worst pick in the draft. Changed my mind. And then this man, with the second to last pick in the draft, takes Frank Ntilikina. The guy has never averaged more than 6 points per game in his entire career. But
yeah, 6.6 a game. Oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry, he has never averaged over 7. My bad. I'm too sad right now, dude. And everyone's like, dude. I swear, like I'm going on a Knicks rant right now, but shut up, I don't care. Knicks fans are like, oh yeah, he's a decent defender. We should keep him. I'm like, he's scoring 6 points per game as like a 3rd string point guard. We have like 5 point guards in our starting lineup. Like, please, just end my existence. Put Gibson at point guard at this point. I don't care anymore. Give me Cade Cunningham, and then everything will be better in life. Knicks rant over. Oh my god.
Okay.
I'll grade this team.
I would give him a C+.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. This is a C. Colin, if you're watching this team, like, you had me sold in the top. No, I would have
Lillard, Booker, Adebayo. Katie, I would have liked it more if you never took him that earlier.
Yeah. Like,
because just think, taking KD guy that early, he could have had Butler, he could have took Brandon Ingram.
He could have took players that he knows are going to be good.
He could have took Paul George. Like, KD is a good player, but coming off of a torn Achilles to draft him 2nd round?
Yeah, it's risky.
Okay, so now I move on to your team.
Yay! My team! Woo! So much fun! So excited. So I want to go over my team because I'm so happy about it. So I had the 6th pick in the draft, which is the last pick for us. Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, John Collins, Nikola Jokic, Russell Westbrook, Jaylen Brown, Rudy Gobert, T.J. Warren, Dennis Schroeder, Kristaps Porzingis, Michael Porter Jr., DeJounte Murray.
Alright, so I was going to take Schroeder, but I didn't take him because I realized he was on the Lakers, and I feel like his production is just going to drop.
It will. Yeah, it will. I was just taking him to take him.
But these are my good things. I'm going to give you my question marks and my good and your good things.
Okay.
I think Curry in a way might have been a little early.
It definitely was, yeah.
Curry might have been a little early. Westbrook, he wasn't early. It's just I just feel like that's just overall like a harder pick. I just feel like it's a little risky.
Yes.
And then the Schroeder pick, in my opinion, is interesting.
Yeah, it was my last pick.
Schroeder's going to his. Oh, it's his last pick of the year. It's not really that risky, but it's definitely it's interesting. And then your DeJounte Murray pick. I don't know too much about him, but I don't know. I mean, he's only putting up 11 a night, so he's only having 27 minutes. So I just don't know about that. But the things I do like about your team, I like the Donovan Mitchell pick. I like the Kawhi pick, especially now that they're going to find the teams 100,000. So I actually think Kawhi probably will play more. I was actually targeting John Collins, and I think you took him.
Yes.
I like the John Collins pick. The Jokic pick was good. The Jaylen Brown pick was pretty good. Rudy Gobert, it could go either way. I feel like he's good, but he's like man time.
Yeah, I picked him for efficiency.
TJ Warren's decent. Kristaps, I feel like is a little risky because of all of his injury history.
I took him. I want to say decently, like one of my last 4 picks. I took him around there.
I just feel like it's a little risky because of all of his injury history.
Yeah, I'm just saying this Dennis Schroeder is not going to be on my roster for more than 3 weeks.
Yeah, you drafted him 10th round, so.
Yeah, Schroeder's not going to be on my team for more than 3 weeks.
Oh,
I have plans.
Junior too.
Yes, injury.
I just feel like with Jokic, Murray there already. I know Michael Porter Jr. turned it up later on in the year. I just don't know if he's going to do that again. But overall, the picks that I really like your top 5,
Yes.
key picks that I really like are Mitchell, John Collins, Jokic, and I actually, for some weird reason, I really like that Jaylen Brown pick.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just feel like the Browns, he's good. He's very underrated. It's because Tatum and all of them are a taker. I just really like, and I think too that with Kemba being injured to start the year, I think he's going to get more production out of him.
Yeah, that's.
And then I feel like and the Curry pick I would have liked. I just thought it was a little early.
It definitely was early. I just.
Pretty solid.
Again, I had to wait like 12 picks for my next one, so I was just like desperate for anyone.
Yeah, Curry probably would have been taken.
Yeah. I think
well, whatever you guys got. Whatever you got.
I just wanted to say there's so many good players out in free agency, so just none of these are even close to our final rosters. Like,
without doubt. Especially fantasy basketball, you almost could be switching your roster almost every day.
Yeah.
And making acquisitions and stuff like once or even 3 times a week.
Dude, 3 times a week? I'm gonna be making like 4 a day.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make changes, especially with if a player's injured, you can't be waiting. Like you can't be like, I'll play him tomorrow. Like you can't be waiting. You gotta set your lineups and be ready to go.
Yeah.
If I didn't give your team a grade, I would give it a B plus, anywhere from a B in the range of a B plus to like an A.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
In that range, whatever you want to say.
I really like how my draft turned out for my position and pick overall.
Who did you take with your first? Oh, Jokic.
Yeah, I took Jokic and then Curry.
I was thinking about taking Jokic, but I was like, no, I'm gonna take.
Yeah, I was.
Somehow Jokic fell to me in the second round, but that was some stupid idiot.
Dude, if you would have got Jokic, I would have cried.
See, I think it would have been too early to take Jokic in my position. I had the 4th pick. Taking a center with the 4th pick, I feel like.
Yeah.
I did take AD, but still.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I was thinking about taking him, but I took AD.
Uh-huh.
One thing I noticed about your team is a lot of your players are like a lot of people have them. I feel like your team's kind of common.
Yes, it is.
A lot of people have your players. Like 99, 99, 99, 96, 99, 99, 91, 99, 95, 88, 94, 87, 76. So, not that has anything to do with it, but that means like they're known fantasy players, which usually means that people are going to trust them.
Yeah.
It's probably because some people haven't drafted him. I'm just questioning. Like, I can't believe how Curry is not 99% rostered. He could be 100.
Dude, you also have to remember
He's going to be left on waivers.
Blair, you also have to remember we are going to do a meme league for fantasy football. Like, people are doing meme leagues.
For basketball. Technically, it depends, and I feel like Colin already memed it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, just believe me, like, the end of this year. Elliot Kobo. No, not Elliot Kobo.
Yes, Elliot Kobo is the GOAT.
Okay, also, for anyone that is watching that isn't our league, I'm just going to give you some tips on people that, like, just keep your eyes out on rookies. Like, any rookie out there, you got to keep your eyes out on. Buddy Hield and Devontae Graham are staying out there in free agency. You got to watch them.
Something about Hornets players.
Yeah, Hornets players are weird, dude.
Just something about them, I just don't know.
Dude, honestly, everyone had an amazing draft.
Yeah, I feel like everyone has their strengths.
I'm not joking. I picked Kawhi, and then I just went guard heavy, like center. Like, I went everything but what I needed to. And then I needed power forwards, and I was like, oh crap, I don't have power forwards.
So, let's just say if you had to choose, who do you think has the best team in all the league?
Like, I know this is going to sound, like, so biased, but I think it goes you and me at the top, and then honestly, Baker. Like, I'm also going off basketball knowledge in general. Like, Baker will be fine.
Well, I mean, last year, you did say that yesterday you predict us two in the finals.
Yeah, I did. And hey.
The one thing I have to say is me and you and me last year were the top 2. So,
yeah.
So I think that's positive. positive, which could carry over to this season.
Well, yeah,
it's a guarantee, but positive.
Yeah, Blair, you also have to remember this. You and me are the two most invested into basketball in this. Like, DePace literally, I asked him, like, last second, you want to do this? He's like, sure, why not? Baker actually has some decent basketball knowledge from this year to last year, so JR literally, I'm pretty sure has...
Keeping my eye out, too, on how the preseason goes.
Yeah, you got to keep your eyes open.
If there's any injuries, if there's a player who's, just straight up struggling.
Oh, when's the first preseason game?
It's small sample size, and it's literally only 2 preseason games. But I want to see, like, if there's a player, like, for example, if some guy blows out his ACL the game, and you got to make a change in your lineup.
Yeah. Wait, do you know when the first preseason game is? Because I forget.
I think the Knicks play Friday night.
Friday night? Hell yeah. Is there any tonight?
Yeah, the Nets play late Sunday.
Okay. Well, the Knicks play before the Nets, so suck it to Friday.
What did you say?
Suck it to Friday. The Knicks are better than the Nets confirmed.
Dude, you're a Knicks fan.
Shut up!
Being a Knicks fan.
No, it does suck. It does suck.
Being a Knicks fan?
It does.
It feels amazing.
Bro, the last time we made the playoffs was like 2012. And that team, I literally watch highlights of them and cry. Like, I don't know what to do with my life. Stupid freaking Knicks fan life. Ah!
Just watch Stephen A. Smith rants.
Dude, Stephen A. Smith is like curing my depression right now. I'm not joking. He's the only reason I'm confident right now. Also, I'm gonna say this. Keep an eye out on basically most rookies out there. Like, I say Danny Adi, like, however the hell you pronounce his name, he's from Israel. I should probably know how to Yes, I should probably know how to pronounce it. I should probably know how to pronounce it, but whatever. I say keep an eye out on him, because he's either going to be a boom or a bust.
Yeah, I think he'll be a good player.
At least this year. He'll be boom or bust this year.
What is that?
He'll be boom or bust for this year only. Just because rookie year. He's got Westbrook on his team.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sad there's no basketball today. I just keep looking at my iPad, seeing fantasy football. No basketball games today, and I'm just sad. Like, big sad. Yo, search up when the first preseason game is, because I need to do something besides staring.
I think the first preseason games are on Friday, I think.
I have to watch the Knicks on Friday night and ruin my weekend? Blair, are you serious? Are you?
Maybe the Knicks will be a,
Dude, if the Knicks win a game in the preseason, I'm popping champagne. I don't care. Everyone's invited. COVID.
I bet you'll be like the Browns. You know the preseason Browns when they used to always go 4-0, and everyone would be like, "Oh, this team's insane."
Dude, I'm not even. No one's gonna say that about the Knicks. No one's gonna say they're insane.
The Knicks will do else, so that doesn't. I mean, and then they go 0-70. Do you think the Knicks will be the first team to go 0-70?
No.
No. If you guys go 0-70.
Dude, if we go 0-72, I burn it. I'm freaking moving to Calabasas and just hiding it under a bridge. Like, I'm going away from everyone, and the only thing I'm bringing with me is shoes.
Your Knicks shirt.
No, I'm burning those if they go 0-72. I
think you gotta keep them. You gotta be
Dude.
What if the Nets go 72-0 in the
Yeah, that's cap. That is cap. Neither of those are happening.
I think there's a greater chance of the Knicks going 0-72.
There's definitely a greater chance that the Knicks are just failures. Honestly.
What if you guys have a 9-win season?
Dude, honestly, if we have a 9-win season, that's an accomplishment.
Dude, like, remember the Sixers 9-73?
See, we're not gonna be that bad.
Yeah, right? Didn't they do that?
No, they did not. The Hornets did something like that.
I thought the Sixers were there, like 10 and something.
No, they had 10. They were 10-72. You bought.
Oh, yeah, well, that's still awful.
Yeah, the Knicks aren't gonna be that awful. They'll be like 3-38.
I think. Oh yeah, that was that Hornets team.
Or the Bobcats, technically.
Bobcats. They went like. I remember they started off like 3-27 or something.
Yeah, they sucked. So I just want to say this.
It was only a 58-game season, so I think they went like 5 and something.
Yeah, there's no chance they did anything good. I'm just gonna say this right now. Don't take everything that me and Blair say to heart. Like, it doesn't matter. Just do whatever you think is smart for your fantasy team. And take advice from us. We're just a bunch of middle school kids who have nothing important in our lives going on.
Yeah, like I said, if you're if you don't have to take you get the same exact draft order, the same exact team. So it's like, if you get the first pick, I would not take Andy.
No, go like LeBron, Giannis, Luka.
But I would probably take Luka or Giannis. We also, if you get the fourth pick, I wouldn't completely copy our teams. But
yeah, it's never a good idea.
You gotta realize how the other league, how the rest of the league goes. Like if for example, let's just say Giggles takes Trae Young instead of Curry, then I end up probably taking Curry then.
Yeah. Honestly, that's all we have for this podcast. If you guys want to hear more, go over to Blair's channel at BSN Network.
I was happy about that, taking Trae Young.
Yeah, that was a good pick. I'll see all of you guys in the next one. And